Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Strider Chip. I'm back with another one here to bring some brand new content a brand new way. What's going on here, guys? I want to talk to you about a Super 17 deck profile that I made here. We're going to be talking about the battle cards, extra cards, unisons. We'll talk about all the skills. We'll talk about the deck, and yeah, we're going to go through a lot. Now, I know it's been a minute since I've been doing videos, and as you also notice here, guys, that I'm actually doing a new, this is a deck provider site. It's called DBS Deck Planet. It's a really cool thing here. I guess I'd suggest you guys check it out. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and dive right back into it. Let's talk about the Super 17 leader and everything else. So Super 17, flipped over front up. You choose one of your Android cards in your hand, discard it. When it attacks, you draw 2. So you're drawing as many cards as you need to be here. Flipped up, and then Awakening, 4 life or less. Or if you have a Unison specified cost of 2 in play, which you will. And then you're going to draw 1, flip one of your energies to active mode. That's not too bad at all. And then you take it as much as like maybe up to 2 cards from your life. As long as you have 6 left over, then you flip the card over. Okay. And that's actually pretty dope. So you're going to be awakening fairly quickly with this leader. You're going to do that fairly quickly. Your awaken side, when it's card attacks, you draw 1. And then it says this gets a 20k power for the battle for each card placed under this battle card. Active main once per turn, choosing one of your Super 17 battle cards in your battle area. So you notice you're going to have at least a total of 3 of those, 4 targets. This one, this one, this one, this one. Typically, you're going to mainly use just, yeah. I mean, you can use those cards. You can typically go use up to like 3. So this one, this one, this one. You're placing up to 2 cards under it. The card itself may already allow you to play a card under that under it by maybe playing the card or so, but you'll see. And then it says active main once. So yeah, and you're only doing that once per turn. You can't do it multiple times. So it's once per turn, allowing you to do what you need to do with those cards. And then you have active battle once per turn, spirit boost, removing a marker from your unison. You're choosing your Super 17 card in your battle area. Place it 3 cards under it, and 3 cards under it into the owner's drop area. You're going to choose up to one of each of your opponent's battle cards in unison in rest mode. So then helping you pop things on the field as long as it's in rest mode, just controlling the board at that. So it's not a topo, but it helps you control the board and real cool stuff. So let's talk about the Super 17 engine. What do you have there for that? So we have Hellfighter 17 Mechanical Clarity, Searcher, top 5, looking for a mono yellow Android card, 5 or less, or in unison with 2 costs, a specified cost of 2, and then you bring that to your hand and you shuffle your deck. Good card. I played 3. A lot of people are probably playing 3 too, so it's the same. It's pretty good. Hellfighter, Unison, not Unison, but a blocker, a Union Absorb. The self-explanatory. You're taking, in this case, you do have a Super 17 leader. You're looking for Android 17, and then you're gonna use one of your Super 17s is either in your drop area or your deck. You're gonna place it on top of this card, and then you're shuffling your deck. So you shuffle your deck very often with that, so it's actually pretty cool. Then we have another Android 17, another cool card. Doing the same thing, has barrier on it, doesn't have blocker. It'd be nice if they did both have barrier on it. I think, that would be kind of broken. But barrier and deflect, that'll be just heck of broken. But at that, pretty cool stuff, really cool stuff. And then we have another Android 17 thwarting the enemy. This is just a counterattack. There's only 1 copy per turn for this card, so you can't activate it again. And then you can use your Spirit Boost effect here. And then you're just negating your attack, and it goes in rest mode. And then also, their leader can't attack here for the turn again. It can't even attack again. So it's actually pretty cool. Activating the Spirit Boost 2 effect here by removing 2 markers from your unison to play this card for free could be useful. But let's go into that unison for right quick. So it says Android 20 Dr. Mew. Once per turn, if you activate an evolve or union skill, which you will, essentially you're going to get a marker onto it, and you're only going to do that once per turn. And then it says another one, auto once per turn. If you're removing a marker from this card using a Spirit Boost skill, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and you're KOing it. So essentially, this card is made for Android 17. Thwarting the enemy is made for that unison. Essentially, that you're removing 2 markers for a format. Let's say you have 4, you're removing 2 of them. You play it for free, then it pops something to it that's actually pretty good. So it controls the board. Active main for the markers effect that you gain a marker, draw 1, discard 1. The other one's -2. Add 1 yellow battle card with energy cost of 5 or less with an E-ball skill from your drop area to your hand, so helping you recycle. Really cool stuff. Okay, really cool. So let's talk about Super 17 battle cards. So the first one, this one was from GT. This is where Super Saiyan 4 Goku was shooting his Kamehameha wave at him. Okay, and he absorbed it, and that's actually pretty cool. They should have made this card a rare one. I think that would have been nice. But it has barrier on it. You're playing it with Union. You're drawing 1, so that's pretty cool. Active main, limited 1 copy per turn. You can take this card that's on the field and also one of your Android cards from your hand. You're discarding it. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, adding 2 yellow Android cards to the energy cost of 5 or less among them, and you're going to shuffle your deck. So that's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. So really good stuff. You're not going to necessarily swing with this one. You're just taking advantage of playing it and looking for something that you don't have. And then typically you want to look for this or another Android card that's 5 or less. This one you just evolve on top of it. Let's say you already have it. It has deflect, so counterplay and affecting it. Dual attack, that's really good. EX evolve, you're playing it with 1 energy. And then when you are playing it, you're going to choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less in rest mode. You're placing this card under it, and you're drawing 1. And then they say you can take advantage of your leader's effect, and once per turn, place another 3 cards under this card, or at least another 2, which you'll have 3, then allowing you to take advantage of this awakened attack here, allowing you to do that. But we'll get into that in a second if I haven't already. But when this card is KO'd by your skill, you're getting a Super 17 card with an energy cost of 3 from your drop area, and you're adding. Yeah, it says you're playing it. It says you may play. You're playing that same Super 17 card with just looking at. You're playing this one from your drop. That's actually pretty good. Just you're recycling it. You know what I mean? But going into this awakened attack, you activate the active battle skills of this card in your hand without paying the energy cost. Placing one of your, it says place 1 from 1 of your battle cards into the drop area you're playing at, essentially for free. You play this card for free and it gains double strike. Eventually, it will active battle limited once per turn. You're using a Super 17 card. Choose up to 1 of your leaders of battle cards. It gets a 20k power for the battle for each card under it. And if it has 3 or more, it gains double strike for the turn. So that's actually pretty cool. So this right here, I mean, it's going to have a double strike here to it, or your leader may have a double strike to it if you, essentially if it's being played right. So that's actually pretty good. That's really good stuff. And you're playing at least 2 of those. But then we have our third one here. Super 17 power combined. People enjoy this Super 17 card. Well, at least I think people may like this one more because it's more efficient and it's more recyclable. You're just doing way more with this card than you probably are with this one. That some people may say. I preferably prefer this one because it's, if anything, if you have 4 more energies, right? Which you got to play by turn 4, and you're gonna evolve it on top of the 5 drop that we saw. It has triple strike on it. This is active main once per turn. It says place 3 cards under this card into your owner's drop area. You're gonna switch this card to active mode. So essentially, it has triple strike and then a conditional dual attack to it. So it can be gained by turn 4 if you want it to be with this card. If your opponent's not playing it right, if you're switch this this card and up to one of your Super 17 leaders or in leaders to active mode. It says this card in leader to active mode. You choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, placing it under this card. Place it under this card. Okay, under this card, and then it gets a 1,000 power for the turn for each energy cost in the battle card placed under it. So you're gonna have a total of maybe 4 cards under this thing, and those battle cards, it's all gonna stack up. So you got, let's say you got a big board. You know, he has, well, not a big board, at least a big monster, a big battle card on the field, maybe 8 at that. Oh man, 8. So 8 times the 1,000 power, that's 8,000 plus the 3 that you have under it, which are more than likely going to be 1 drops at that. Just going to be 1 drops that you have, and those 1 drops you're going to have, they're going to be like maybe, yeah, and that's like a total of what, 3,000 there. So 3,000, that's 11,000 added on to this card. 11,000. So you're looking at 36,000 maybe added on to it. That's actually pretty dope, man. That's doing a lot of damage. It's just doing a lot of damage here. And that's pretty much the Super 17 energy, not energy, but Super 17 engine. The other cards, pretty much the other win conditions are going to be this one, Super Son Goku, Returning of the Dragon Fish, has deflect, double strike on it. And then when you're playing it, you're going to choose up the 2 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode. It gets KO'd when you play it. Active Bane, if you have 4 or more energies and your opponent has 4 more energies, you have a yellow unison card in play, which you will. When you play it, you have to meet those conditions in order to play this card. It's active. Main, once returned, Spirit Boost 2. If your leader is a mono yellow, this card gains dual attack for the turn. Your opponent cannot activate skills on battle card with original energy cost of 7 or less from the area when this card is in battle. Okay, so it's actually a really cool card. This right here, you can essentially kind of go for game with this right there. This is a really good card. It's strong at that. It's mandatory to play. Mandatory to play for a, for yellow. If you're playing yellow, you know what I mean, or anything that has yellow, yellow or yellow unison with it, then yeah, you can play this. This is really, really good in my opinion. So, and that's a pretty good card. Okay, so let's talk about some of the extra cards I put in this deck. You got to play a lot of extra because you have a battle card in here typically that we looked at here. So we haven't looked at as until now. So this Mecha Frieza here, this is probably the only effects you're gonna take advantage of are the top three, but this is pretty much a winner. It's a mandatory card. It's a staple. I'm pretty scared this card is expensive. It's expensive. You're negating it. You're playing it. Your leader in this case is going to be yellow. You're going to reduce, if your opponent has 2 or more energies, which they will, reduce the energy cost in this card in your hand by 1 for each yellow extra card in your area, in your energy area and drop area. So typically you're going to be taking advantage of your drop area at that. Energy, don't get me wrong, if you had another choice but to put a extra card in your energy, go ahead and take advantage of it. But this card is strong. It is strong at that. So you really want to play this card for free. And when it is played, each time your opponent would attack with a non-user card, this turn, they must choose one of their cards in active mode and switch to rest mode. It's a really cool card. Really, really cool card. This last effect, don't even worry about it because you don't have another Mecha Frieza. So you're taking advantage of his battle cards or his energy or leader switching to rest mode in order for them to attack again. So slowing them down. Slowing them out. So that's a really good supplement. Very strong support. We have the Power of Super Saiyan. Pretty much people say it's like the best yellow card. Yellow negate. You can play this card for free, permanent. You're negating attack. Permanent if you have 1 or more mono yellow energies in active mode, you can activate this card active battle skill from your hand without paying the energy cost. So that's actually pretty good. That's really, really good. Active battle. If your leader is a mono yellow, draw 1, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or units card, and you're going to switch it to rest mode. Real good stuff. And you can, since you can't activate active battle skills on the copy of this card for the turn. So you draw on a card, one of your opponent's battle cards in unison is going to go to rest mode no matter what, allowing you to pop those cards. So essentially, playing at least 4 of these cards in the deck is good. I own 3, so hey, it's still good. We have Giant Ball right here. When you counterplay, if they play in a card, you may choose it, and it switches to rest mode. Draw 1. Let me see. So then we have another one, Vegeta Prideful Transformation. Counterplay, you can't activate this counterplay. So basically, you can only activate this here only once. You can activate the counterplay. You can't activate the counterplay skill. You can't even do. Matter of fact, you can't do a counterplay skill for the rest of the turn when you do this card. So essentially, any other counterplay card that you have, you better make sure that you activate it before you activate that one. Okay, but then you can, so long as you have a unison in play, 2 or more markers, you're doing this for free. So it's actually pretty good, and it's a blocker. So 3 of these in your deck is real good. Then we have Bergamo, the Fierce Roar, another cool card. You guys already know what it is. I shouldn't even have to explain it because you guys already know what it is. You can see it. Take advantage of it. Your turn or his turn. Something's going in rest mode, whether it be battle card or energy, Ignoring Barrier, it doesn't matter, and real cool stuff. Then we have another card, Son Goku Absolute Annihilation. This is another cool card. It has Deflect, Barrier, and Unique. And essentially, you're playing it by turn 3. If they're trying to activate an action card, they have to use one of their energies in rest mode. So essentially, playing this card by turn 3 isn't bad. And let's say you did use all your energies, and he has maybe 3 energies left over, or he has 4 energies or so. He has 4 energies, and he's trying to activate an action card. How much the action card, let's say the action card costs like 2 to activate it. You have to use an additional energy, so that'll be 3 in order for him to do it. And essentially, man, that'd be dope. It's just limiting their options, what they can do per turn. So it's a really cool card. And then we have our Super 17 card. Another one, the Secret Rare, a really cool card. Ultimate Deflect and Critical Counterplay. This card, it has counterplay to it. You're choosing one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, Ignoring Barrier, and you're gonna place it. We're gonna place this card under it. It's played this card. Yeah, the battle card play has the skills negated for the turn. Yeah, place it under this card and it has been negated for the turn. Again, this Super 17 Secret Rare, a Super Saiyan Super 17 at that, because he kind of do like a Super Saiyan. It's kind of, I think this card is underrated. I think people do not see the real true value in this card. You're playing this by 1 energy if you want it to be with the second last effects as permanent. If your leader and all your energies mono yellow, in this case it will be, and your opponent has 3 or more energies, right? Reduce the energy cost of the card in your hand by 7. So by turn 3, this card can be played onto the field by 1 of your energies, and that is dope. 1 energy at that, counterplayed, going under this card. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing at that. And you really typically want to use this card against Secret Rares at that, because it counterplays most Secret Rares, because most Secret Rares do not have Deflect on it. It's a small amount of them that do. I'm not saying that they don't. It's just a small amount of them do. And we're talking about the Secret Rare battle cards. You play those cards with this card. So it counters those cards, limiting their turn here, that turn. It can't do too much here with a Secret Rare that they played on the field. And most of the Secret Rares that they play are going to be played by at least by turn 4 or 5. By turn 4 or 5, they're going to be played 4 or 5 and beyond. They're going to be played. This right here is in your hand. Take advantage of it. You got to take advantage of it. This card, like I said, this card, it should be priced higher. This card should be at least $120, maybe even $120 to $140 something for this card. That's how it should. That's how much value it has for it, in my opinion. That's just me. And then at that, you're taking advantage of your extra cards, your leader's effect. So your leader chooses a Super 17, which in this case is going to be a Super 17 that absorb his sister, right? And you're placing 2 more cards under this card, right? And then you can activate this card's skill for free, essentially. You're playing this card for free in your hand. Then it's going to give it double strike for the battle. And then you're going to get the 20K for each power under that card, right? For each power under that card. Oh, man. And that's just amazing. You're going to be doing some serious damage. If this card already had like double strike on it, I wish it had. You don't get me wrong. I wish this card was a little bit more broken. I wish it had dual attack under it. Dual attack. I wish it had dual attack. I'll be happy with that. I would be happy with it. It would make your card broken. Dual attack, barrier, just it'll be broken. And then we have our other extra cards here. Part of this deck here, we have Time Magic. I put 3 of them in the deck, negating it. You choose one of your opponent's battle cards in the rest mode, ignoring barrier, and it can't switch to active mode until the start of your turn. You want to play. I think this card is better. This card is actually better because for this leader, because you want to pop, you want to control the field. This leader is not bad. It's pretty good. Because you really want to take advantage of that. And then you got Sparking 5, so you're gonna have at least 5 cards in your drop area, at least at that. Taking advantage of it and using this in 1 energy is pretty good. And then we have Release from Evil. This is another cool card. Your leader is mono yellow in this case. It doesn't negate the attack per se. It just negates the skills in the card, and it can't be switched to active mode until the start of your next turn. This card would actually be pretty useful. I own 1 of them. If you play at least 2 in the deck, that'll be fine. That'll be really, really fine. But overall, this deck is not too bad. I think that it controls a lot of the board. That's a really a pro to it. You're getting rid of the board. You're popping a board at that here with your leaders, Unison's effect. Even with some other cards like that, this Goku here is popping things here. You can control some of the energy here with this deck as well. This deck has a lot of control over your opponent. Okay, and it's actually not too bad. I don't think this is a bad deck at all. I think it's pretty decent. There are probably better cards going to be coming out that make this deck a lot better. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably be doing some more videos soon. Comment, rate, subscribe, and peace.